everybody. Welcome to day 24 of our 28-day Couch to Mat Yoga Challenge. You already know who I am. I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Winston, if you haven't met him yet. 24 days. You're doing great. So let's get started. Give yourself a good shake, and let's get started in Child's Pose. Set yourself up. Take your knees wide. Maybe you're working with your knees together and your hands alongside. Maybe that's something that over the course of the days so far you found works better for you. Doesn't matter how long you've been practicing. Every time you get on your mat, you're paying attention, you're feeling, you're exploring, you're working to create something that works for you. As we start in Child's Pose here, start to bring your attention to your breath. Let it deepen and slow down. There's such a beautiful balance built into our breath, and that's part of what we're tapping into here. The strength that we get, the energy that we get when we take a deep breath in, and the restorative quality of our exhales. So together, let's take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Take a big inhale, and a big exhale. Once more, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. From here, walk your hands over to your right. You can take your hands a little to your right. You can take your hands a lot to your right. You might lift your head and take your hands over and even let your head come a little to the right. There's no wrong way to do this. What you're doing is just right for you. You're taking care of yourself. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Walk your hands back through center. And then take your hands over to your left. Again, a little to the left, a lot to your left. It's nice to feel the transition and then feel where your hands land. In the early moments of your practice, you might find that you're still transitioning into your body and into your practice, coming out of your head. Sometimes it's just the first few moments of your practice. Sometimes it's your whole practice, and that's okay. Walk your hands back to center and come out into your downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up. Let your head hang down. Now, if you want to spend more time in Child's Pose, either in place of your downward dog or at any point during your practice, hopefully, right, that's something that you really feel. Not just know, but you really feel. Creating what works for you. Take a deep breath in here. And a long breath out. So maybe a little movement with your head to loosen up your neck and your shoulders. If you want to bend one knee and then the other intentionally, walking out your dog, you can do that, feeling everything that you're doing so you can feel the full benefits of what you're doing. Take a deep breath in here and a long breath out. Take another big inhale, and as you exhale, lightly step or jump to the front edge of your mat. Find your halfway lift, your flat back. Take a couple of breaths here. Feet can be together apart, hands on your mat or at your shins or even dangling. Come a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. Maybe you bend your knees. Let your chest lift, let your heart lift. Take a big breath in, fold forward, exhale. Now on your inhale, come up to stand. Fill up, rise up, lift up from the ground. Let this practice lift you up. Big inhale, hands to your heart, exhale. Set your gaze here. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, sweep your hands up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, high plank. Knees lifted or lowered, shoulders over wrists. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, forward and halfway down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. Upward facing dog, maybe a cobra or a low cobra variation here. Exhaling back to your downward dog or your child's pose. So at this point in our challenge, you know the variations that are available to you. You might know them in your head, but really feel them in your body, feel them in your heart. Feel that you can take care of yourself. You are taking care of yourself. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front edge of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand from the ground, lift up, big breath, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up, little pause here, set it up, forward and halfway down, low push-up. Little pause here, you can always come all the way down. Upward facing dog, a big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Setting your gaze to one point or closing your eyes. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Feeling the balance of your breath. Take a big inhale. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up, rise and reach and lift. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, high push-up to low push-up as you exhale. Forward and halfway down. Upward dog, take your time. A big breath in, downward dog, breath out. So you might feel that with your breath too. You don't have to rush your breath. You don't have to rush the flow or your body. Allowing there to be balanced, just the right amount of energy, just the right amount of effort, but then also the restorative quality, the softness that we all benefit from. Take another deep inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Set your feet, put a big bend in your knees, and come on up. Your feet can be together or apart. Check in with your feet, feel your feet. Bend your knees. You can sit way down and back. And then you can always ease up on that if that works better for you. Play around with it, explore it. Hands high or at your heart. Take a deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, high push-up to low push-up, exhale. Upward dog, take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Come on up. One step to come into your warrior one or a couple. Once you come into your warrior one, you can notice, are you still transitioning? Not just into your warrior one, but are you still transitioning into this practice, into this moment? What keeps you in transition? What keeps you from being right here, right now? Most of the time it's that extra stuff in your head, in all of our heads. We all have it, right? So set your gaze, feel your feet, take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Left foot steps forward, warrior one. Spin your right foot flat. Come on up. Set your feet, set your gaze. So you have this steady foundation for yourself. And as you come into the pose and into your body, into this moment, feel that you have everything that you need right here, right now. You don't need that extra stuff. You don't need the worry or the fear or the self-doubt. You have the balance of your breath, the strength of your breath, the strength of your intention and your commitment to yourself. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Once more, a big inhale here. Exhale. Hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a long inhale. And a long exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Take a big inhale. Exhale lightly. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down. Lift up. Feel your feet. Draw your low belly in and up. Lift your heart. Take a big inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Hands to your mat. High push up. Low push up. Exhale. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Step up. Rise up. Add in your warrior two. Take your feet a little farther apart. Set your front foot so it's flat and straight. Let your front knee track over your front ankle. Really long and strong through your back leg. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Here, straighten your right leg. Now you're coming into a reverse triangle. Your left hand can be at your left leg or at your low back. And you can even reach your right arm up and then back. Mindful that you're not compressing in the left side of your body. Keep some space there. As you inhale, come on back through center. Keep your legs straight, really long. And then reach your right arm as far forward as it'll go. Come into your triangle. Let your right hand land on your leg. Left arm up to the sky. This is a great place to start with your right hand on your leg. If you happen to have a block handy, you can bring your hand on your block inside or even outside the front foot. Your left hand can be high, but you can also work with your left hand on your hip or your left arm on your left side body. Let it work for your neck and your shoulders. And I said straighten your legs, but you don't have to force that. Ground through your feet and feel a quality of lengthening through your legs, of lifting up through your legs. Now that might mean you have a bend in one or both knees. Letting this work for you. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you inhale, let your top arm pull you up to stand. Drop your hands, square your hips forward, step your back foot in halfway or a third of the way. Really connect into your right foot. Reach your hands high here. Step forward onto your right foot. Come into your airplane. Sweep your hands back behind you. Lift your left leg. As your hands go back, spin your palms down towards the ground. And you can always touch your left foot down and then come back into it. Doesn't matter how high you lift your left foot. Do what you can do. Feel your breath. Lengthening through your standing leg. Little lift to your chest, to your heart here. Take a big breath in. Left foot down beside the right. Front edge of your mat. Inhale. Sweep up, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back. High push up. Forward and down. Low push up. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Come on up. Open out to your warrior two. Generous with the space between your feet, but also generous in supporting yourself. So you find that balance where you have just the right amount of space between your feet. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Just a breath or two here. Feel that you're long and strong through your back leg. That back foot is grounded. Soften your toes. And then straighten your left leg, coming into your reverse triangle. Again, the right hand here might slide down the back leg. A lot of space in this left side body. Watch out for collapsing in the right side. Notice if you hold your breath. You need your breath. A big inhale and a big exhale. Come on back through center. Reach your left arm as far forward as it'll go. It's almost like you're reaching across a countertop. And then let your left hand land, and your right hand can come up to the sky. There's a little bit of leaning back here, but still staying in balance. Your right hand can be high, your arm can be at your side body, or your right hand to your right hip. And left hand to your left leg is a great place to start. Sometimes we get a little overzealous, I think, trying to get our bottom hand down towards the ground. If it works, go for it. But that little bit of lift, bringing your hand to your leg, might give you some more room to lengthen out. Connected through your feet, your toes are soft, your legs are engaged and active. Maybe a bend in one or both knees. Feel what works for you. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Connect into your feet and come on up to stand. Drop your hands, square your hips forward, step your back foot in halfway or a third of the way. You can take your left foot a little to your left. It just helps with balance. Now connect it into your left foot. Reach your hands high here. Take a big breath in. Airplane. Shift into your left foot. Your right leg lifts up. Your hands sweep back. You might notice you are a little steadier on one side than the other. I know I'm steadier. I notice I'm steadier on my right side than my left. So it's just something you work with. You can feel, even if you're a little unsteady, feel the steadiness of your breath, the balance of your breath. Lifting through your left leg, lift your heart, take a big inhale. Now right foot down beside your left, front of your mat. Nice work. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat, step back, high push up, forward and down, low push up. Upward dog, take a big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Take a long inhale and a long exhale. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, step or jump your feet through your hands, sit down and lie down. Come onto your back, feet flat on your mat, setting up for your bridge. Feet flat and about hips width distance. As you connect down into your feet, take a big breath in and lift your hips up. Lift your hips up. Feel that your knees are over your ankles. You can't necessarily see that, right? So feel it. Feel stability. Lifting from the ground up. You can keep your arms and hands alongside you. If you want to interlace your fingers under your low back and lift your hips a little higher, wiggle your shoulders under, you can. Maybe you use your yoga block or your hands under your hips. And use your breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now stay steady here, pressing into your feet. Kneecaps pressing forward so your legs are active. And then soften your shoulders, soften your face. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, gently come on down. Come onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall to the sides. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Once more, take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Here, draw your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. And come on into your happy baby. Take your knees wide. You can grab your feet or the backs of your legs. If it feels good to gently rock side to side, you can add that in. And bring your knees back into your chest. Start to find some forward and back movement. And then when you're ready, rock forward, plant your hands, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. Coming into your downward dog, take a big inhale and a big exhale. And bring your feet together a little bit forward. Take your right leg up to the sky. No, pause. Downward facing dog. Here, bring your feet together. Walk them in an inch or two. take your right leg up towards the sky. As your right leg goes up, really check in with your left leg. Let the heel sink towards the ground. If you want to work with your left knee down on your mat, more of a tabletop, you can. A big inhale here. Now bend your right knee, coming into your down dog hip opener. Bend your right knee, but lift your right knee up and let your right foot come a little to your left. Inhale, take your right leg back up. Let's set up half pigeon. Right knee comes forward to your right thumb. Left knee comes down. You can walk your left leg back. Keep your right foot where it is. Maybe there's a little bit of room to bring the foot over and forward. A little evening out of your hips. So if you're rolling way to your right, you can just even that out. Lift a little bit, maybe a prop under your right hip. Take a big inhale. And then lengthen and fold forward. Now as you fold, I've said this before, really nice to rest your head on something. So maybe you put your hands under your head or your yoga block under your head, even just a towel. Especially if your head is way up off the ground. Something that allows you to just let your head get heavy. And bring your attention to your breath. And feel that you are doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. That you have what you need to take care of yourself. The strength, the commitment, the intention. And take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. And take another big inhale. And a big exhale. And set your hands under your shoulders, start to lift up. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Tuck your back toes under. And take your right foot back. Coming back into your downward dog or a child's pose. Feel what works for you. And here, walk your feet in an inch or two, a little bit closer together. And then take your left leg up to the sky. As your left leg goes up, you can let your right heel sink down. It may or may not make contact with the ground. You can also work with your right knee on your mat. A big breath in, bending your left knee for your down dog hip opener. So still lifting that left knee up, letting your left foot come over to the right. Maybe a little bit of movement with the foot or the toes for connection. And then your left leg goes back up and you set up your half pigeon on this side. Left knee coming forward. Right leg lengthening back behind you. You can adjust where you have the left foot. You can set up the variation on your back if that's something that you know works better for you. Take a big breath in. And then lengthen and fold. Again, letting your head rest on something. Letting this left hip be supported. Feeling that you are supported right here, right now. We are supporting each other. You're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. You're showing up. And then this practice works for you. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. You might notice if you are hanging on with your fingers or your toes or clenching your jaw, you might be able to soften by bringing your attention to your breath. The stuff you don't need right here, right now. The distraction, right? The worry. If it comes up, come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. Take a big inhale. Then a big exhale. Gently come on up. Sweep your back leg forward. Come onto your back and come into your Shavasana. So if it feels good to give your knees a squeeze or add in a twist, you can. You can take your legs out or up, maybe feet together, knees wide again. Right here, right now. Doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, showing up. You have everything that you need. Allow yourself to feel this in these last few moments of this practice. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll to one side and slowly make your way to seated. As you come up, bring your hands to your heart. You can set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. All right, everyone. So glad to have you here with me again today. Day 24. Give yourself some credit. You are showing up. You are doing this. Often when we start the new year and we take on a challenge like this, there's a lot of, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need this. I need that. I should, right? You have what you need. Right? Your breath, your body, your health, your intention. You have what you need. You're doing a great job. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I'll see you on your mat tomorrow.